how crazy is it that we changed our intro, and I'm looking at our little, road trip to Philly, which only happened 2 months ago, and I'm
Right.
already looking forward to going back for the Rocky Road.
Oh my God,
I'm,
yes.
I'm looking at these pictures, going, oh, I want to take one of the apartment like this, and I want to do this, and I want to do that.
Yeah.
Oh man, so
Definitely looking forward to doing those side by sides,
yeah, yeah,
real time photos and then
yep.
from the movie,
Well, like
you
you
know.
said, I mean, now that we've done it and we've been there before, it's going to be a little different of a scenario, as a little more of a comfort zone, I guess you could say,
Yeah.
where we are more comfortable with going there. We've been there already. But yeah, I'm so excited about it. And it's 10 months away.
I know.
But I'm all jacked up about it. I already booked the hotel.
That's awesome.
So anyway,
I'm packed.
that's not our topic this week, guys. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I'm already packed, Tony.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, look down below,
I'm laughing. You guys are probably thinking we're out of our minds this week. When I went to take Rick off the screen to go on to recording, I see the little white box under his name, and he jokes. I joke with him every time on the live show. The Ricky B, the '80s sensation. So he put that on there without telling me, and I'm just looking at him like, I'm laughing like a stupid idiot. But I don't know. I think it's funny.
I think it's hilarious. But I'm going to tell you what, your singing debut last week.
Oh, that was good last week, wasn't it?
Off the charts, my brother.
Oh my God.
Adele's got nothing on you.
No, nothing. I didn't even know how I hit that note. That was Edith reincarnated. Well, she's not dead, I don't think, but she was.
No, I don't think she is, but
yeah, but Edith reincarnated.
I'm going to tell you what, we laughed so hard that just completely made our whole day. We've been watching it. I videotaped it off the TV on my phone. We keep on watching it because we just need a good laugh, and it's hysterical. It's absolutely hysterical. You are the master of impressions, my brother.
Actually, Miss Jean Stapleton is gone. She died in 2013.
Oh.
But she left us with that. So, yeah, I don't know how that – it was just us playing the song, and I'm like, I could hear it in my head. I could hear her singing in my head. I'm like, there you go.
You hit it.
I had Jim from Taxi and now Edith from All the Family. I'm on a roll.
You're a well-rounded impersonator.
I don't know if I go that far, but we had fun with it anyway.
And you got the unmistakable looks of, I'm drawing a blank on his name. I always lose his name.
Who do I look like?
Yeah. Well, we always say it. Why? I'm drawing a blank.
Oh, you mean the older Loja, yeah. Robert Loja, yeah.
Robert Loja.
Yeah, that's how you're getting old when you start getting compared to Robert Loja. Like when I was younger, you had different people you compared to that were more your age.
Yeah.
And now it's like Robert Loja. Yeah, okay, he's 80.
Cool.
He's 80 years old, and but I don't know. I guess it could be worse. I kind of feel like it's insulting Mr. Loja, but anyway.
No, not at all. Hey, well, at least we're not saying like you look like I don't know,
Kermit the Frog
or something. I don't know.
It could be worse. Definitely could be worse.
We've all been called worse.
So this week, what do we got going on this week? We have some art and some watches, and we're talking about Sly's passion and collections.
Yes.
That's what we're doing this week. We kind of were up in the air about what to do for this week and next week. We have some very big surprises coming up, which we can't discuss yet because they're not done and finalized. But we have some good stuff coming up here that's going to be very exciting and enticing, and I hope everybody enjoys it. But in the meantime, we decided to talk about Sly's art or his art as he does as an artist.
Yes.
It's like this is one of the pictures here where he does. And you know what? First of all, he's painting. His art is impressionistic, is what it's described as. Expressionistic.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. I had to make sure I say that right. Abstract is obviously another term for it.
Abstract is another term that is I'm sorry, I'm going to have to go with the glasses.
No, definitely. Yeah, you got more notes than I do. I mean, so we'll listen to what you have to say there.
No, just more it's an abstract, the impressionistic. I did read though that he doesn't do a lot with or anything with paintbrushes. It's more spatulas and
Let's say,
stuff
yeah,
type.
those wooden, spatula. I
Yeah,
guess
or
I'm
his
sure they have a
hands.
different art name, but yeah, as
Right,
you
knives.
can
I think they're
see
called
there, it's
knives.
more just the black knife, plastic, wooden, whatever they're made of.
Right.
Yeah, that is kind of cool. Like I never took any art classes. I'm not artistic in any way. My only art talent, I guess you could say, is photography. But
And
art wise,
singing.
drawing and stuff like that. What's that? Singing.
And singing.
You'll do an Elvis episode, and we'll see how good I sing.
Okay,
Um,
we'll hold you to that.
but yeah, the paint, I don't know a lot about it. I mean, there's so many different terms. I know when we had John on, we talked about his term, his stuff, and his style. And Sly has a style like that, like you said, you see here. And it's interesting to see that he does it with, like you said, without a brush.
Right.
And he definitely uses bold colors. And it's
Very.
yeah.
If you were to guess, now I don't know, but if you were to make a guess at who this person could be, what would your guess be?
Oh, that's Clever Lang. That's Mr.
Yeah,
T. There's no doubt.
I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. I mean,
Right.
I would think that's who he would tell us it was.
Right.
I find it interesting that he uses the Life magazine thing like that. That's kind of cool.
Well, as we go deeper into showing his artwork, for those of you who have never looked at it, pay close attention to a couple of details. I'll bring it back up. I want to see if anybody might pick up on this, including yourself, because it's something that's very prominent, but he kind of hides in there at times.
Okay.
So with that, it's a little tease. I'll come back to it.
Okay, so we have another piece of his right there, where obviously that's Rocky, with the the quote, "She has gaps, I got gaps. Together we fill each other's gaps."
Yep.
He wrote over on the side there, "You got to go for it," and signed his name. But I think it's kind of cool. I know he made Rocky, with the hat, of course, and a little tilted head and stuff, and got a lot, again, the color to it. I wonder. It's funny that he picked that quote out of so many Rocky quotes.
Right.
But
I did watch an interview with him where he said, when as an artist, as a painter, whatever, when you go into the studio, he says, you need to realize that the first 5 pieces that you come up with, the first 5 pieces you do, are sheer crap. They're just crap. He's like,
well, I would assume it's similar to screenwriting. I mean, the first thing he writes,
and that's exactly what he said.
Absolutely not going to be what goes to script. I mean, there are rewrites and rewrites and rewrites, and probably 900 pages of crap and 4 pages that are worth it. I mean, so I would assume it's like that.
That's exactly what he referenced it to and compared it to, and exactly. And he's like, after that, then the magic starts to happen, because now you've let all the crap out, and now the juices are flowing. And
I just think it's cool at how they just create it with it. Like, to me, and again, because I'm not an artist, so this is my brain. If I have a blank canvas, I go to the canvas and I start doing whatever I'm going to do with my paints. I come up with something in my head and I'm going to make it, but I'm going to come up with something I've seen.
Right.
I'm going to come up with an image I've seen, whether it be a movie image or outdoors, landscape, or something right. I've seen, and I'm just going to recreate that. They don't do that. True artists don't do that. Like Rivoli doesn't do that. Right. Sly doesn't do that. They have an idea. They work with it. Like you said, item after item after item before they get, okay, this is where I'm going to go. And they go from there. And I just find it amazing how they just come up with this stuff that just doesn't exist. It comes out of the air.
Right. I took art through school and college, and I'm with you. I mean, I can draw, I can paint, I can do all that stuff, but I need to see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
to draw it or paint it. I need to see that.
Mm-hmm.
To do it out of my head, there's some kind of a block.
Yeah.
From here to here, it's got to go from here to here for me. Now I
Right.
have
No,
some
no, no. I
very good
completely
friends.
understand.
I have very good friends going, back to school. They would draw stuff, and I'd be like, "Oh my god, it's a purely amazing, so lifelike."
Yeah.
You know,
And it doesn't
unbelievable.
exist. It existed in their
Right.
head before they put it on paper or canvas or whatever they
It's a
put it on.
person that doesn't even exist, but they
That's
drew it like
crazy.
they were sitting right there. It blows my mind. Blows my
Crazy.
mind.
So yeah, there's another one of him with one of his, and obviously that's Rocky again. And it's funny because he doesn't paint himself. He's definitely not painting it to look like Sly, look like himself.
Well, you know the story behind this one. Yes, no?
Mhm, yes, yeah. Go ahead,
Okay.
though.
So this before he actually started writing Rocky, he needed to know what the character was going to look like. So
Mhm.
he actually created it on canvas so he knew who he was going to be talking about, writing about, and developing this person's character so he could
Mhm.
put a face with the person.
Sure. And I mean,
Which
and
makes a
that's
ton of
smart
sense.
too. What's
Yeah.
that?
Which makes a ton of sense.
Oh, I was going to say it's very smart because I mean, I would think that if I was writing a script and I have a character in mind, I mean, let's not take Rocky because that's very obvious. Let's take Die Hard for sake of argument, okay? And I
Sure.
have this cop who's running through a building, and I have the way I want him to look, and the way I want him to look is a Bruce Willis look. Then you're going to go with that look. Or if the look was an Arnold Schwarzenegger look, a lot beefier, a lot,
Yeah.
whatever you have in your head is what's going to go on the paper. And then, like you said, now you could visualize it. And
Right.
that's what makes total sense to me. I mean, so I definitely get that, why you do that.
Yeah, you can see him, for example, bouncing the ball, walking
Yeah.
the docks. You can put a
Yeah.
face to that place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brilliant, brilliant move.
Very cool. See, I have another one here. No matter how hard you hit, how much you could take. Here it is.
Yep.
Again, with the tilted head, the worn look. I would love to have one of his pieces, man. That'd be amazing.
Oh my God, yeah. Well, I do have, in a little bit of research, I did find that. Just give me a second here. I had it up. Oh, there it is. So, okay, the one that we think is Clubber Lang,
Mm-hmm.
or we believe to be Clubber Lang. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That one is at the time that whenever this was posted, I don't know when this was posted. I
Uh-huh.
just took a screenshot of it. So it
Right.
could be a couple years old. I don't know.
Sure.
But at the time they were selling, or he was selling this. It's called The Opponent
Okay.
For $1,400.
That's actually, I mean, it's a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, but it's
No.
actually a lot less than I expected.
Now the one you just showed, is no. I'm sorry. Go
This one.
back to the one. It's called Finding Rocky. That's the title of that one. And
This one.
again, yes, that one. That
Okay.
one was being sold at $1,400.
Okay.
So they're not at this time they are not unrealistic.
Right.
Although I did see others that were priced quite a bit higher.
Right. Right.
Not in our tax bracket anyhow. But
This one here. What about this one here?
okay, that is called Triumph of the Champion.
Okay.
Okay, and that one is being sold for $2,800.
Okay.
Now, anybody who went to Planet Hollywood in its heyday, you could buy merch,
Yeah.
merchandise from that, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I got.
There it is.
Okay.
There it is.
So
right
this was actually a T-shirt. Yep.
Yep.
And that was from the Planet Hollywood, and it had worn out to the point of being so bad that I just cut the image out and framed the
There you
back
go.
of the T-shirt.
That's awesome that you did that, though. That's fantastic.
I'm like, I got some Sly's art. Nah, 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 nah,
Yeah,
nah.
yeah, no, that's great.
You know,
Which part of Hollywood was it?
I think it was Niagara Falls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they used to be everywhere, right? They were like, there was a lot of them, and in bigger cities. Now, I think I don't know. I think the only one is in Orlando.
Oh, no
Over,
kidding.
yeah, I think they all closed down. The only one is in Orlando. That one in Orlando is huge.
I got to get down there and see that because now back then I had my picture taken with the Rocky Four statue.
Okay.
Remember it was in the door. I don't know if in the one in Orlando, but the one in Niagara Falls, the Rocky Four statue was in the doorway as you walked in.
What Rocky Four statue? What do you mean?
He was, it was life size,
Okay.
and he was in the red, white, and blue trunks in a
Oh,
boxing.
okay. So it was a sculpture of him, like a wax
Right.
figure or something. Okay. Okay.
Right. And as you walked in the door, it was right there.
Okay.
And I got my picture taken with it, and I cannot not find that picture.
Oh, you got to find it.
It kills me. It's
Well,
on
the one here in Orlando, the one in Orlando, which is a part of Disney's it's called Disney Springs, which is basically like a little downtown area right outside the parks, and you don't need to pay to go. You just go and there's shops, stores, and restaurants and whatnot.
Is that near where there's the Margaritaville and all those other?
No, that's Universal. That's
the
different park.
Okay.
Yeah, but the Planet Hollywood one is over there, and it used to be, it was big as it was, but now it's big. It's three floors, I believe. I don't remember.
Wow.
But they got all kinds of really cool stuff. And the last I went, which was 3 years ago, I think.
Okay.
They had Rocky 3, yellow shorts, gold gloves, and shoes.
Nice.
And then they had Apollo's Uncle Sam costume from Rocky 4.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that and then they had and they also had the Italian Stallion yellow robe.
Okay.
So I got pictures of those there. That was really cool. But yeah, well, I've been telling you to come down to Florida, man. You just
I'm up here.
Come on down. We'll meet up over there. We'll check it out. Anyway, we drifted off there, and so yeah,
that happens.
So that's the painting. That's the picture that Rick has. It's
Triumph of a Champion.
Triumph of a Champion. And then we have this last one here, right there. That's got a lot going on. That's got a lot going on. I mean, you really look deep into this. You can see Rambo. There's, of course, Balboa.
Yep.
On the bottom left, it says "Still Fighting." I'm not really sure what's on the right. Obviously, a face, but whose and why and what. It's got a lot going on. It's almost like it's a mix between impressionistic, but also like almost graffiti.
Right, and if you look into it now, I sent you a bunch of pictures, email. I don't know if you got them or not, because I got quite a few.
Yeah, I couldn't for some reason. I don't know why, but I wasn't able to upload a lot of those. I'm not sure why it kept asking me to go somewhere different.
If you go back to that, put that picture back up, because I can see what I can see on my phone, and if you want, I'll try to hold it up. But to me, how this painting speaks to me is like you said. There's Rambo in there.
Yeah,
there's
the green part.
There's Balboa, still fighting. He's also done a lot in a lot of these other pictures. Is he will slide like little silhouettes or shapes of Jennifer. So if you look at the upper left and the bottom right, and I'm going to come. Remember, I said I was going to come back to this.
Okay.
In a lot of his paintings, he will put a clock, and he talks a lot about time, and that's your most valuable asset.
That is awesome. See, breaking it down like that. Look how cool that is. Very cool.
To me, this is a lifeline. This is a life, lifeline where over from whatever 2000 and whatever on up.
No, absolutely.
Balboa being the earliest that I can see.
Yeah.
You know, in
Well, and
Rocky
it may not even necessarily, like you said, it says still fighting on there. So I mean, and you know how hard it was for him. Hold on, let me take that away. You know how hard it was for him to get Balboa made. So I
right.
mean, it might have been in that manner. Like I'm still fighting to get things done. Time is of the essence. I mean,
Yeah,
I like. Look, I'm not. I love culture and art and whatnot, but sometimes I don't look at it. I look at it like a layman, not as a person like you just broke it down.
right.
So my daughter and I went to the New York Museum of Art when we went to the city a few months ago, and she was breaking down Van Gogh and Pollock and just like you just did. And when it's broken down for you, and you some people walk up and go, "What?" Like, I mean, with all due respect, Sly, they might walk up and go, "What was this? What's going on?"
Yeah,
And then just walk away.
it could be categorized as a crazy person. It's a
Yeah.
mess. But if you
But when
start
you
to
have somebody
really,
literally say to you, "Well, this and this and this,"
yeah,
and breaking it down step by step, then you see it. You see it differently.
yeah,
You look at that picture differently, and then
timeline. That's the word
yeah,
I was looking. A
yeah.
timeline.
No, I agree with you. I think
And
that's fantastic.
a lot of his pieces, um, he will hide clocks, and I think that's very, very important. Um, so like here, I'll try to hold this up to the phone or up to the camera. I don't know if you can see this or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, there's the clock
Again,
right in the middle there. Yep,
clock right in the middle.
yep.
Um, this one I'm not really too sure
Yeah, I'm
of.
sorry I couldn't get more than the other ones up there. Like I said, for some reason or other, it kept bouncing me out and trying to make me go somewhere else to get these pictures, and it didn't work.
I thought
So I
this one,
apologize about that to
that's
you and to
okay.
the people watching,
Some, hey, life happens, right? Um, I just want to know if you
especially
can
when you're
see
technically challenged.
if you can see the
That one I
picture.
can't see. No.
Okay, I cannot, but I thought it was very shoot. Um, it's definitely Superman.
Okay.
I'll try to send it to you. Um, which I found to be very interesting. Because we know Hercules and Steve Reeves, right?
Right.
But I don't recall, was Superman, Steve Reeves never played Superman, right?
Now, Christopher Reeve played Superman,
Christopher Reeve,
so
but
that's sometimes
I
played.
just found it I just found it kind of interesting that he would do a painting of Superman.
There you go. Now you can see it. Now you can see it. Well, again, it's the hero. He's always there for the hero. These are other ones that I
Right.
was able to get, and I know they're screenshots, and I know they're small. But this one here, there's the clock, like you said,
Yes.
and there, I'm assuming, is obviously Jennifer.
I would 100% agree with you.
Yeah, and then the Life magazine cover
Yep.
logo thing up there,
Yep.
and you have the other one here that again is a screenshot.
Right.
That one there must be 10 o'clock, and then this one here. You can see like the back of Rocky, I guess, or the back of a Hercules, or there's the clock again. I never, you know
Yep.
what's so funny? I never noticed the clock until you pointed it out.
No, yeah. Yeah.
I never
Yeah.
noticed it. Now I'm going to see it all
Again.
the time when I look at this stuff.
But okay, so go back to the piece with what I was describing as like a timeline. Remember that one?
Was this one here?
Yes. I just kind of picked this out as you were flashing this off the screen. Bottom center, there is the Rocky Balboa arm up from the steps. I completely missed that.
Bottom. Oh my God, I did too.
Right.
I did too. You just said it.
It's
That's
so well
hysterical.
hidden.
I wonder
You
if
know,
it's intentionally hidden or it's just part of it. Just whatever.
to me, it's just amazing. You
I
know,
mean, honest to God, if you're not looking for it, it just looks like a little spot of orange or whatever it is.
well, exactly. That's when I first saw it. I kind of glanced over that,
Right.
But then as
Right.
you were, it caught my eye. I'm like, what was that? And I'm like, oh my God, that was Arms Up Rocky.
And like you said, it's funny that he's did the picture of Balboa and now the arm up on the steps of Balboa. So this is
Right.
obviously he's talking about that timeline, and I love that he put still fighting. Like, we know what
Yes.
he went through to get that movie made,
Right.
and how difficult it was to get that movie made.
And to even maybe take it one step further is he's not ready to lay down and give up. He's going to keep on going until he can no longer go.
Oh God, no,
You
no,
know?
I don't think he's ever ready to lay down and give up.
No.
No matter how old he is, he's never ready. Never ready.
Something
I mean,
something
it's crazy.
I'm sorry. Something I found kind of interesting with this as well was after filming Rocky, Stallone lived for a period in Miami where he acquired works by Francis Bacon and Monet. Okay.
Okay.
Others included Picasso, Richter, or Kiefer. He also sold his paintings on dime store bought cardboard for $5 a piece for bus fare.
Oh, jeez.
Can you imagine that?
Oh my
Can
God.
you even stand it?
That's so funny. Well, think
For a
about it.
few
Every
dollars
artist,
for bus fare.
every artist is at that. Everybody has. Oh, I have a Picasso that I spent $10 on because he was, he just started out. He didn't know any better. He wanted to know if I wanted to buy this piece, or Van Gogh. I bought Van Gogh, before anybody knew. Here's that shot of the Superman one you were telling us about.
And then there's another clock.
And there's another clock, exactly.
And
Now I'm looking in here to see if there's anything else hiding.
Now there's another clock on his abdomen.
Okay, you can see that now. Yeah.
I mean, this is something you definitely, with his artwork, excuse me, you really have got to focus and unfocus your eyes. Remember those things in the Sunday Funnies when you would stare at them in the 3D image? Kind of along those lines where you got to kind of look through his painting.
No, it absolutely is. I mean, I just think it's hysterical and how much is hiding in there. I wonder if, we know he had a art show in Toronto last year, and he had an art show in Germany a couple years back.
Right.
I wonder if he would ever do one here in the United States, like Miami maybe, or LA, or West Palm. That'd be nice. New York, somewhere around there. He does have he does have an Instagram page, Stallone Artwork.
Yep.
If you go on there, you can check out more of his work, and there's obviously a lot more on there than we showed. We couldn't sit here and show every one of his pieces, but there is a lot of artwork on there. Looking at it now, and you know what? I mean, I did not know they were. I don't want to say to everybody's different financially, but in my opinion, $1,400. If that is the case for some of those that we showed, I have no problem paying that for one of those. I mean, that's in my opinion. I mean, it's not only art by a person that I admire so much, but I mean, it's real art. It's not just fly by the night art. I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, I was expecting it to be a lot more than that.
Well, I can't find it.
It is.
I cannot find it. I saw that there were some prices. They were up in the 350,000 mark.
I'm sure there's some that are definitely costly.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Again, disclaimer: I do not know when these were actually put online, so I can't speak. Right. They could be years old. I don't know.
True.
But for $1,400, if I had $1,400, boom.
Well, and didn't he have that book? Remember the book that was by Tashchin?
Yes.
Or the photo book and stuff. That book was like $2,000. It was signed by him. It had like a repercussion of the Rocky script, but it also had a few 11 by 14 or however big that book was. The book was pretty big of I know the Rocky one, the boxer, or what this one here, this one. I know that was in there. Now I'm not saying it was original. I know that it was a reproduction,
Right.
but I mean that's you're gonna get what you get. But yeah, I
Would
mean
have
he's got some good stuff. Good
would have
stuff.
loved to have gotten that book. Wanted it. There's a few pieces that I consider the Holy Grail. The Toshin book is one.
Uh-huh.
Um, the Blitzway figure with Rocky and Butkus,
Bacchus.
um, which has been around for a very long time,
Yeah,
is
it's been
one of
around
the
forever.
originals. And then to think if you could actually own a Stallone art. But I am going to tell all you interested people out there listening who may happen to go into art, dime store, play, whatever, if you're looking at art and you see something that says Stallone, if it's signed Mike Stallone, it's him because he used to sign his stuff in the early days as Mike Stallone.
Right. Way
So
back when.
way back when.
And
So if
that
you
would
come
be
across the Mike Stallone, pay the 50 cents and bring the thing home.
and that would be even more rare, right? I mean,
Right.
yeah, I've always wondered about the Mike stuff because I've seen it. I've seen his name. We know it's Sylvester Gordinzio Stallone, but I've seen the Michael in there, but I haven't consistently seen the Michael in there.
Right.
The Gardin. Oh my goodness, Gardenzio. I wonder why I can't say that. I've always seen. I wonder where it fits in with his name. I wonder how it's a part of his name.
I saw a picture of his yearbook picture from high
Uh,
school, and it
okay,
said Mike Stallone.
it says just Mike Stallone.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I don't know if it was like Sylvester Michael Gar
yeah,
Stallone. You know,
Gardenzio.
you know, us Italians, we just
Yeah,
like food, you can't stop at one.
exactly. Well, anyway, Michael Stallone, Sylvester Stallone, Sly Stallone. The man has got a very good talent for painting, that's for sure. But
Yeah.
he also, like we discussed in the beginning of the show, he also has a very, very large collection of watches.
Oh,
Now, this is
yeah.
only a handful of his collection. And I think I have 13 or 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11 pictures of watches. And I know
Okay.
he has more than that. But I mean, and some of them are not for the weak of, financially.
Yeah.
So most of them, I should say. This one here was the lowest of them. This is a Rolex Oyster Perpetual with the green face. And this one went for a very reasonable $5,900.
Okay.
Okay, and this is a pretty watch, though.
Well, you expect that with a Rolex.
Yeah, that's my goal. My company at 10 years, no matter how long you've been with them, but at the 10-year mark, they give you a Rolex.
Seriously.
Yeah, so I have a few more years to go. Not
Okay.
much, a few more. But yeah, that'll be something else. I don't know what kind, but
Hey, keep it down. This stupid X-Lax
yeah,
watch never worked.
that's what I'll do. When they give it to you, I'm going to tell them, no, I got 2 watches.
I got new watches.
Oh my God, that's great. The next one here, this one here is the Rolex GMT Master 2, and it's nicknamed the Pepsi for the blue and red dial there, you can see.
Okay.
And that one is a lot more than 5,900. That one has here for 15,000.
Dang.
Yeah, and it's a good looking watch. I mean, they last forever, Rolexes.
Yeah. Except if Polly throws it on the ground.
Which he has a habit of doing.
Yeah.
I wonder if he has like a drawer, like a whole dresser drawer. He just pulls it out,
my God.
and they're all just there, laid out
Gotta
nicely.
be. Can you imagine just opening up that drawer like,
That's got to be beautiful. Well, this one here is another Rolex. So Mr. Sly Stallone loves Rolexes. This is the Rolex Daytona Paul Newman, and that's right there. That's a good looking watch as well.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
I mean, that's let's see what the price is on that one there. That one there is there's no price on that one. Okay, never mind. But there was a price. Sorry, there's no price on that one. The Paul Newman.
Okay. Free today.
What else we got? What's that?
Free today.
Yeah, I would take any of these.
Yeah, right.
I literally do have two watches. One's like a cheapo. Yeah. I have a cheapo Timex that's like plastic and a nylon band. I've had it forever. I never wear it. And then I have a Bulova silver watch. It kind of looks kind of like that, but not a red and blue dial. It was like $300. Gina gave it to me when we first started dating.
Nice.
$300. It's still around for 23 years. But I would love to get the Rolex, that's for sure. All right, so where are we at? So we saw that. Let's see here. How about this one? This one here is the Rolex Day Date collection. This one here, guess how much this one is? Pretty wise.
If I had to guess, you're going to make me guess?
Yeah, just throw a guess. 20? How much? 20 grand? A little bit more than that. This one's priced on the market as $300,000. When a man's net worth is $500 million, I guess $300,000 is really not that big of a deal.
True.
Okay, what else we got? We got another Rolex. I'm wondering if he has anything else. Good job, Sly. Rolex Daytona Rainbow, hence the dial around the face there.
Okay.
This one is less than the last one. This one is $97,000.
Dropping the bucket.
Dropping, yeah. Oh, the non-Rolex watch. Here we go. Is the first non-Rolex watch. The Patek Philippe Nautilus. Rose gold and steel. Good looking watch. This one here is $110,000.
The man's got good taste.
That he does.
Let's just say that.
This one here, another Patek Philippe Nautilus, a different kind. It's a silver one, white gold. I'm sorry. Introduced at the first grand complications in the Nautilus collection. This one is $250,000.
Okay,
that's insane. I mean, we've come up over $1 million already.
I bought one from Buckle, the T-shirt store from Buckle. It was like $80, and I was kind of choking. But it's a gorgeous watch. Don't get me wrong.
Like I said, mine's a Bulova, $300 in 1994. She bought it for me.
Wow,
still works great. Still, I love it. It's silver. It's plain. Anyway.
Well, it's funny because when I was working, I wore a watch every day. I personally love watches.
Yeah, same here.
I love them.
I love them.
And I've probably got 5 or 6.
Okay.
I always wind up going with my Buckle. It's it's a big black watch. It's just black and gold. It's got the Rocky colors on it. It's just very stylish. But everybody is like, "Why do you wear a watch?" They always, in today's day and age, you carry a cell phone. I'm like, I feel back then I don't wear it as much as I used to now, but
right.
Like I used to then. But I'm like, I feel naked without it.
Well, for me, I'm not a jewelry guy. I agree with you. I'm not a jewelry guy. I have my wedding ring, I have my watch, I have my boxing glove, stainless steel necklace. That's it.
Yep.
So I get the watch to me is more of a piece of jewelry.
Yeah.
That I have.
Yeah.
The next one he has here is another.
It's funny you say that because Tony, you and I got the same damn things on: the wedding ring, a watch, and the boxing necklace. That's it.
That's it. That's all. I mean, and the boxing necklace only started about 3 years ago. Ava gave it to me for. I'm sorry, Ava, but I don't remember if it was Father's Day, birthday, or Christmas. Actually, it wasn't Christmas. It was either Father's Day or birthday. And that was only like 4 years ago.
Wow.
I've never worn it. Well, I shouldn't say never. When I was younger, I wore a necklace. Anyway, another Nautilus here. Stainless steel and with a diamond set bezel. And this one here. Okay. I'm just making sure I'm reading this correctly. This model was released in 2007. Same identity as the old blue dial Nautilus. This one has an olive green dial. It also features 32 baguette diamonds adorning the bezel. The retail price was $94,620.
Holy
The
crap.
market value on this watch right now is $1,400,000
Oh my God.
for that. That's insane.
That is insane.
Wow.
That is
Oh, Jesus God. That's
I'd be walking around like this.
I know, right? I'd be scared to wear it. Oh man. So the next one we have here, the Richard Mille RM032. That's a cool watch.
That is a cool watch.
It's a
he wore that? He wore that in a movie, didn't he?
We're going to see right now. We see the iconic Richard Mille diver flyback chronograph on the wrist. Stallone wears this one in Expendables 3.
Okay.
The rugged is the perfect companion for the equally rugged and gritty leader of the Expendables, Barney Ross, as he commands the elite group of mercenaries. This one here is $135,000.
Okay, I'll take two.
And here's another Richard Mille watch. Let's see, I'm going to find it here. Hold on a second. There it is. Richard Mille ran 2501. That's a big watch. That's got all kinds of stuff going on. You do?
I do like that.
That's got a lot of stuff going on there.
It does. Like somebody asked me for the time, I'm like, here, you figure it out.
So, it says here the part of Richard Mille and the artist to conquer the most thoroughly hostile of natural environments. It's a horological UFO. This timepiece is, as Sylvester Stallone says, ready for action. One of the interesting functions is the compass. That's funny. It would need a compass.
Yeah.
Titanium bezel. The owner should desire for daytime. The second bezel is carbon fiber, TPT, grade 5 titanium. 4 cardinal directions, a 360-degree graduated disc, and a 24-hour scale.
Beautiful.
This sells for $1 million.
Oof. I do like big watches. I don't know about you.
$1 million. Wow.
Tony, do you like a smaller watch or a bigger?
You know, I think my favorite, like when I get my Rolex from work, I'm going to get the simple, basic, almost like his green one here.
Okay.
Like that, but with a black face.
Gotcha.
So I just want a simple one, classic. But the Rolexes are, they're fairly big. They're not huge. Like my Bulova is kind of small.
Okay.
But they're pretty big in size. But I don't like them much bigger than that. Like the Submariner is what it's called, which kind of looks like this. Kind of. It has more of a dial, and it's a little chunkier. That would be as big as I would want. Like this one here that he just had, that thing looks huge. Look at it on his wrist.
That's the size that I like to wear.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that one's sharp.
I mean, like that one looks small. That one looks relatively small. That one you can see is small. This next one looks like it's big, so you might like this next one. This next one looks pretty chunky. Let's see here. Hold on a second. Let me find it. There we go. Now this one.
Oh, yeah.
This one here is the Montgrappa Chaos. Yellow gold, 43 millimeter watch made by the Italian pen maker Montgrappa. The entire case is covered in engravings. There's a prominent central skull over the 12 o'clock. Can you see it?
Yes, I do.
12. Now you know where that was.
Expendables.
Yeah. Covered with snakes and lizards. The dial features a thick sword-style hand and applied brushed Roman numerals. Now this one's only $76,000.
Okay.
That's
on my Christmas list.
Well, compared to the rest of them, that's actually not too bad.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
Yeah, the other ones some of them were, my goodness. But yeah, that's a nice collection. And I'm sure that's only like half his collection. I'm sure there's a lot that he doesn't even show. But.
he's got to have like a bureau, right?
Yeah. He probably does. He probably has like you said, like a watch dresser.
Yeah.
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 That would make sense.
That would, yeah.
When you have that
gorgeous. Oh, sure. Sure.
Very cool. Well, my friend, the end of another good episode, and I'm not going to sing "Those Were the Days" as we leave. That you have to go watch that episode if you want to hear that again.
Yeah, that was. I'm telling you, it completely made our night. It completely made our night.
I'm glad I can make you laugh.
You certainly did, and Doug was laughing her fanny off too.
Oh,
and God. So was Gina, from what I heard.
Yeah, she was cracking up. She's like, "What is wrong with you?" I was like, "Oh, you know me. I don't care.
It's fun. We have a good time.
I don't care.
If we're not going to have a good time, then what are we doing,
Exactly. No, that's exactly right. That's what I tell everybody whenever they ask us about the podcast.
Yeah.
But no, this was cool. This was fun, a little different. Definitely not the norm of a movie or, the motivational theme.
Right.
It was cool. It was fun. Yeah. Next week we got a little more of a motivational theme, so we'll be back with next week's support. Like I said, we do have those surprises coming up. We can't say anything to anybody until they're done.
Right.
Once they're done, you guys are going to be happy. We got some good stuff coming up.
Yep. I'll give you a hint. Tony's going to be singing "Knock 3 Times" by Tony Orlando and Don.
Twice on the pipe. Oh my God. Remember how many times they played that song in Tie Yellow Ribbon? Like that's all it was like after every other song.
Yeah. And then in between it was like YMCA. Hey, that's our musical section for tonight.
There you go. Yeah, we haven't really been following that little schematic, have we? I guess we should think about that. Anyway, all right, my friend. Let's get going.
This was fun.
Yeah, it was. It was good stuff. I'll see everybody next week. Thanks for tuning in as always. And again, we tell you guys every week, leave something down in the comments. Tell us what you want to hear. Tell us what you don't want to hear. Tell if you want Rick to sing next week. He was the 80s sensation. So
that's right. Right.
Yeah, he can definitely come up with it. But anyway, we'll see everybody next week.
Tony will be taking requests.
You may not want that. Be careful what you wish for.
All right, buddy.
All right, guys. We'll see everybody next week. Thanks for watching.
Okay.